A Purple Heart Trail dedication ceremony is being held this morning in Holyoke to honor our local servicemen who defended our country. 22 News reporter Tamara Sakarzik is live from Holyoke Senior Center, where that ceremony will soon begin.
Servicemen from Holyoke who lost their lives in the Vietnam War will be honored here this morning. The ceremony begins at 10, and during that time, 4 Purple Heart Awards will be unveiled. I'm standing here this morning with Commander Brian Willett, who organized today's ceremony. So, Commander, can you tell us a little bit about what the Purple Heart Award is exactly and how it stands apart from other military decorations?
Yeah, absolutely. The Purple Heart Medal is awarded to those U.S. service members killed or wounded in action in combat with the enemy. And today we're dedicating the Purple Heart Trail here in Holyoke, and the Purple Heart Trail is it's an honorary system roadways nationwide, and through the use of appropriate signage, which were sponsored by many local folks here and organizations, when people see those signs, it lets them know that they are living in a free society because of the sacrifice of others.
And I understand that the public will be able to eventually see these signs. Is that correct?
Absolutely. The DPW here in Holyoke is going to begin posting these signs Monday. We're going to, after today, they're all on display today, and then they're going to go to DPW, and they're going to be posted along Route 202 as part of the Purple Heart Trail system.
And today's all about honoring the 4 local heroes who lost their lives in the Vietnam War. So can you tell us more about these 4 men and why they're so special?
Well, we selected 4 servicemen from Holyoke who fell of the 12 that gave their lives from Holyoke as representatives of the 12, and really as a representative of all those who fell in the Vietnam War. We're commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War, and our chapter, as well as VFW Post 801 in Holyoke, is a commemorative Department of Defense partner in the commemoration of the Vietnam War.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us, Brian.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And the names of those servicemen are on your screen right now. That's Leonard Castor, Donald Labonte, Robert Bousquet, and Stanley Kurzik. All 4 men were natives of Holyoke who were killed serving our country in the Vietnam War. Later this month, you'll be able to see the signs along Route 202, like you just heard from Brian, which the city named Purple Heart Way this past October. And on 22 News at 9:30 this morning, you'll hear from one of the family members of one of those fallen soldiers. We're live in Holyoke this morning. Tamara Sakarzik, 22 News.
4 fallen heroes will be honored at a Purple Heart Trail dedication ceremony in Holyoke this morning. 22 News reporter Tamara Sakarzik is live at Holyoke Senior Center, where that ceremony will begin in less than an hour.
That ceremony begins at 10 this morning, and it's truly for a special cause. 4 servicemen who lost their lives fighting in the Vietnam War will be honored here today. And my special guest this morning is George Murray, who's also a Vietnam veteran. So, George, can you talk a little bit about the event and what makes this event so special?
Yes, today they're going to be dedicating signs, the Purple Heart signs, which are all around us here. And they're going to be placed in various locations in Holyoke, honoring the servicemen who were injured in combat or killed in combat in Vietnam.
And you sponsored one of these signs, so what's that process like, and why did you decide to do that?
I heard about the event, and I wanted to know what I could do to help, and they were looking for sign sponsors. So I talked with the Purple Heart Association from out here, 875, and found that there was a Vietnam veteran that had been killed, that there was a sign they wanted to dedicate, and they wanted to know if I would sponsor it. The reason I chose that sign, it's near and dear to me, because the fellow that was killed, the soldier that was killed, he's of course an Army veteran, but his birthday, the day that he died, was the same day as the birthday of Brian Willett, who was running the Purple Heart 875 out here in the western part of the state.
So I'm sure that this is a close organization for you, and you were a Vietnam vet. So what's it like being able to honor other Vietnam veterans that didn't make it out?
This is wonderful. It's great being here today. I came up this morning from Plymouth. I wouldn't miss it for the world, and it's just an honor for me to be able to give some time to honor the veterans that I fought with. Some that were injured, a lot of them were killed, and it's an outstanding honor for me to be here.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, George.
Thank you very much.
And more than 20 Purple Heart signs will be unveiled here this morning during this ceremony, and you will be able to see those signs later on this month. They'll be posted up along Route 202 in Holyoke. We're live in Holyoke this morning. Tamara Sakarzik, 22 News.